Okay, so this is the Roho Rest Tuesday. I really have been just needing to care for myself. Something about being in on an island for 2 weeks and having to come back. I was like, I knew this was going to happen. I knew it. I tried to prepare myself for, the difference of being back in the world again, in this world. But one of the things that I'm realizing, so I have a client right now, and I'm doing lots of interviews in the organization and listening sessions to just try to understand like what's happening. And people are exhausted, and you can feel the weight and the heaviness of everyone's going through stuff. And a lot of people I know who, especially who are social justice folks, and if you're a social justice person and an empath, a feeler, an energy based person, it's rough times right now. And I acknowledge that. So today I just want to go to my book. This is I Am Leaving Now, the little book about big separations, which I happen to be going through. So it's been providing me some wisdom and some insight. But I just wanted to share something today from the book, something that would encourage us all. We're going through stuff. People are tired. People are in major transitions right now, like one reality for years and years and years and years, and then all of a sudden you're in a new reality and you're left to not only move into this new reality, but you're trying to figure out how to grapple with it and unpack that last reality. Because when you're operating in a certain place, I'll just use a job, for example. If you're operating in a particular role, a particular job for a long time, you don't really take time to feel your deterioration, to feel you're getting more and more tired. And it's not until you leave it that you realize how exhausted you were. Until you leave that relationship, you just, because you're so busy trying to survive it and power through, and when you get to the other side, either you just crash with a flood of emotion. Sometimes it feels like depression, sometimes it feels like rage, sometimes it feels like sadness, and it could be all of those things. But now you're starting to feel the things that you couldn't feel before. Some people become ill or take on some kind of false growth or dis-ease because it's now safe to feel. It's now safe to deal with the things that you've been kept locked and tightened in your body, and now they need to come out. So I'll just start there. But what I want to share today is just a random, I don't know what it's going to be. Let's see. What do we need to know? What's going to bring us some comfort today? Let's see what's going to bring us some comfort today. What's going to bring us some comfort? Woo! Shift your mindset. Okay. I open my mind to new perspectives, embracing change, and seeing opportunities where I once saw obstacles. This thing does not fail. It does not fail. Okay. So listen, I think one of the things about shifting your mindset, let me read a couple things from it. In the midst of upheaval, shifting your perspective can be a powerful tool for transformation. The end of a significant chapter, be it a relationship, a job, look at this, a job or a personal situation might feel like a devastating blow. Somebody just said that. But it can also be seen as the remarkable opportunity for renewal and growth. By consciously choosing to view this change through a different lens, you can uncover a path to personal reinvention and empowerment. Consider that this transition is not merely an ending, but rather a profound new beginning. Not just a regular beginning, but a profound new beginning. One of the things that this new chapter for me, as I'm moving into this you know different place that I'm in life, and I'll talk more about it when I can legally do so. But one of the things that I found is that I'm so much more clear about who I am. It could be age too. So I have a friend that is having a get together, having a party. Everybody on the list I love individually, but I'm not going to go. because I know I cannot collectively hold that much energy. Now, people in my family know you invite Michelle, she comes or she won't, and just don't make it a big deal. I'm not likely. I'm not going to come, and they don't take it personally anymore, right? And they still invite me. Love my family. They still invite me anyway, knowing that more than likely I won't come. But now I can name it. And I don't feel bad about it because I would just feel so bad. I would feel so bad every get together, like, I know I should be there. No, it's too much energy. And I'm going to protect my energy and center what I need in the moment and my well being in the moment. If I got it, I got it. If I don't, I don't. And so part of it is really just being true to myself, because guess what? I don't want to spend any more time doing? Apologizing. I don't want to apologize for things that I'm not going to do. I'm not going to apologize for not going to parties when I know that it's too much. It's too much stimulation. It's too many different conversations. It's too many people talk loud and they scream when they laugh and they talk about stuff that I'm not interested in. It's just so much energy. And because I like to talk about things that are meaningful, what I feel to be meaningful, and not just what are the Kardashians doing or what's happening with Beyonce or Taylor Swift. Not to say that's all people talk about, but just more stuff. And if you want to talk about politics, I really can't do that. So I'm just in a place of pure honesty and my personal integrity. And if I want to do it, I will say yes. And if I don't want to, I will say no. And I will stop putting myself in positions where I feel bad about my no being my no. Like, no. So I think we need to do a better job of giving ourselves permission to be honest with ourselves and to others, because it's exhausting not to be. That eats away at our bodies, our minds, our spirits, all that stuff. So maybe it's time for a mindset shift. Maybe it's time, to think of whatever you're going through as an absolute gift. When I lost all of my clients, all but one client after the DEI stuff happened, and for that long it was a devastation, but then I realized, ooh, this is an opportunity. My calendar just wiped clean for sure 2 weeks straight, and then trickled in a little bit, 3 and 4, but for 2 weeks I was like, no more noise, no more. It was amazing. So I think there are many great things that are happening. I think there are great things that are happening in our country. I think there are great things that are happening in our communities, in our lives, and in our bodies, to get us up another day to say, okay, I got it today. So sending love and light to everyone. Have a good rest of your week. And look around you and think about the things you can be grateful for, and those things that you don't like. If you can't change what you see, change what you see.